Look at this. A cooperative is an autonomous association of persons. Autonomous association. Willfully people come together and become part of an association. Cooperative is an autonomous association of persons united voluntarily, willfully coming together to meet their common economic, social, or cultural needs and aspirations, which is jointly owned or democratically controlled. In cooperatives, what is the case is all assets are jointly owned by all the members of the cooperatives. Every member has equal rights in any cooperative. If you become a part of any cooperative society, cooperative organization, cooperative bank, you are held to be an equal member in comparison to all others. You have equal voting rights in comparison to all others. So it is more democratic in nature, where it gives equal rights to everyone else. Nobody has an upper hand here, more democratic. And all the decisions in the cooperatives are taken via votes, democratically, via votes. Members come together and they decide what to do and what not to do. The need for profitability is balanced by the needs of the members and the wider interest of the community. If you look at the cooperatives, they are not exclusively performing for profit basis or profit necessity. They also work for the welfare of their own members. It's not necessary that all cooperatives are all they want to do is earn profits and profits. No. The cooperative society is formed for the mutual benefit of all the members. Very important point. Anybody who is part of the cooperative understands that it is because of the concept of mutual benefit they are becoming a part of the cooperative. When they work together, they have better bargaining power for buying and selling raw materials and agriculture output respectively. As a group, you have better bargaining power. As an individual, you do not have that leverage of dictating the prices. As a group, you do have that leverage of dictating the prices. That is how it works in economics. There have been many success stories of cooperatives in India, the two most important ones being the Green Revolution and the White Revolution. Green Revolution relates to agriculture and the White Revolution correlates to your milk revolution in India. How Amul ended up becoming the largest milk cooperative in India because of the efforts of a few individuals. That is what is referred to as the White Revolution. Done? Cooperative movement in pre-independence era. The term cooperative societies came into existence when the farmers of Pune and Ahmednagar spearheaded an agitation against the moneylenders who were charging exorbitant rates of interest. That is the case. Hence, the British government came forward and passed 3 acts. The Deccan Agriculture Relief Act. This was a reaction to the Deccan riots which took place in the Deccan, that is around the areas of Pune. The Land Improvement Loan Act and the Agriculture's Loan Act. But cooperative move came with structure and shape when the British enacted of the Cooperative Societies, Credit Societies Act. This is one of the most important acts when it comes to cooperatives. Cooperative Credit Societies Act of 1904. In 1919, cooperation became a special provincial subject, and the provinces were authorized to make their own cooperative laws under the Montagu-Chelmsford reforms. provincial subject in the sense. Today you have a state subject, the state list. So cooperatives was deemed to be a state subject back then, and hence the individual provinces in the British government could take whatever decisions they could or want to with respect to the subject of cooperatives. Every state could have their own structure of cooperatives. Every state could have their own methods of running the cooperatives. That could be now decided by the states, because in 1919 it became a provincial subject. This categorization carried on to the Government of India Act of 1935. The very, very significant act of Government of India Act 1935, which was basically the foundation to the Constitution of India. In 1942, the Government of British India enacted the Multi-Unit Co-operative Societies Act to cover cooperative societies with membership for more than one province. If the cooperatives are limited to just one province, if they're operating in just one province, then it is okay. The state can control it, the state can manage it, provincial government. But if the cooperatives are large and they are expansive and they spread beyond even one province, covering two provinces, three provinces, etc., then one state cannot control it. Then the center has to pitch in. And those kinds of cooperatives which have operations across multiple provinces, those are covered through the Multi-Unit Co-operative Societies Act. Special laws are applicable to those cooperatives where the state cannot control them individually. Is it done? Okay. Moving forward. Cooperative movement in post-independence era. Once India achieved its independence, what was the situation of the cooperatives after independence? After independence, cooperatives became an integral part of the 5-year plans. The 5-year plans, as we discussed earlier, were a strategic technique of exclusively trying to develop certain sectoral components of the economy by allocation of resources and economy towards the development of certain critical sectors one by one. In 1958, the National Development Council, the NDC, which was in fact a very powerful council back then because the Prime Minister himself sat in the NDC, had recommended a national policy on cooperatives way back in 1958 itself, and also for training of personnel and setting up of cooperative marketing societies way back in 1958 itself. 1984 came the action from the Parliament in the form of enacting the Multi-State Cooperative Societies Act. Again, the same concept. Back then it was pre-independence, it was multi-provincial. Here it is multi-state. Cooperative societies which are large and which operate in different states, they cannot be controlled by one particular state. Hence, the center has come out with the act to govern them or to control them, to remove the plethora of different laws governing the same types of societies. The most important success stories lays behind the success of White Revolution. When we speak about cooperatives, the best possible example and the best possible success story and the case study is that of the White Revolution. Amul or KMF being massive success stories which has elevated people out of poverty, which has contributed in minimizing inequality in the rural areas to a certain extent. This has economic implications, this has social implications. The concept of White Revolution. What was that? Which made the country the world's largest producer of milk and milk products. Which made the country the largest producer of milk and milk products. And the Green Revolution, on the other hand, and the conversion of villages into model villages have assumed a great importance in the wake of Green Revolution. We see the impact of Green Revolution in India through the examples of Punjab in North India, where the Green Revolution was initiated on a pilot basis. How Punjab transformed from a state, from a very cheap state to one of the most agriculturally prosperous states of India. Why? Only through Green Revolution. Green Revolution also mandated people, farmers, to come together and help themselves out. Cooperatives as a format is basically people coming together and helping themselves out without waiting for the government to help you. Otherwise, what do? You wait for the government to help you out. No, cooperatives is an organization where you help yourselves. You do not want or wait for the government to help you out. Those could be economic cooperatives, those could be sectoral cooperatives. Fundamentally, the essence is the same in any kind of cooperatives.